We have yet another one. Another Ivy League polished, Democrat puffed up politician caught doing what they accused everyone else of, breaking the law, literally. Minnesota State Senator Nicole Mitchell, a meteorologist, a military officer, a proud product of the elite class, was just convicted of felony burglary. Yes, breaking and entering, not metaphorically, literally in someone's basement, wearing black, flashlight in a sock. I can't make this up. As always, welcome back to Kimara Reacts. Thank you to my subscribers for your much appreciated support. Newcomers, please help this channel grow by subscribing, like, and share the video. Don't forget to hit the bell notification. Let's react. She told police she was trying to get her dead father's ashes, but instead of a legal request or a lawyer, this senator chose a ski mask moment from the state senate to snapped real quick. You know what this tells me? These people, these so-called leaders with their Ivy League resumes and their media makeovers are no better than the rest of us. In fact, they're worse because they actually think they're untouchable. While the rest of us would be under the jail for pulling this kind of stunt, Nicole Mitchell was still in office after being caught slinking through someone's basement like the Hamburglar, and she only just announced she'll resign by August. How gracious. Lock her up. This is exactly what happens when DEI hires and elite frauds are given unchecked power. They don't serve the people, they serve themselves. And when they get caught, it's always some sob story. I was emotional. It was sentimental. I'm a woman of color. Spare me. If she was a Republican man in a MAGA hat, CNN would have a week-long special with Anderson Cooper crying in the corner.
And that is where we begin with the burglary trial of Senator Nicole Mitchell. The jury reaching guilty verdicts on both counts.
Fox 9's Paul Bloom has been following this case very closely. Okay, Paul, walk us through the verdict and how we got there.
Yeah, well, it was a one-week trial there in Detroit Lakes. Of course, the allegations here that Nicole Mitchell, a first-term Democratic senator from Woodbury in the dead of night, April of last year, drove up, broke into her stepmom's home, allegedly to steal belongings of her late father, described as mementos, primarily a flannel shirt, perhaps for her boys, as well as photographs. Burglary, in its definition, criminally would mean an intent to steal something. So this jury believed that was her intention. She had argued 5 hours on the witness stand, an intense cross-examination, an emotional 5 hours yesterday, taking the stand in her own defense. She had argued that if she was guilty of anything, it was of having basically too big of a caring heart, that she was so concerned about her stepmother and a deteriorating health condition about a year after her father's passing, meaning the stepmom's husband, that she went up, snuck in there in the dead of night, clad in all black long johns, black sweatshirt, black cap, a flashlight that had been modified with a sock on it. She was caught basically red-handed, is how the state described on that body-worn camera in the basement of her stepmom's home. This jury, again, taking about 3 hours this afternoon after hearing closing arguments today, finding the senator guilty, both counts, burglary as well as possession of burglary tools. And there it is on your screen right there. First-degree burglary and possession of burglary tools. Our legal analyst, if you joined us on our Fox 9 live stream all week long, our legal analyst said this comes with a presumptive 6-month prison sentence. Sentencing is obviously at least weeks away at this point, but this senator not only is looking at potentially losing her seat, her political future likely dead now, but also the possibility of spending at least a few months behind bars.
And Paul, deliberations happening pretty quickly, and I think the legal analysts spoke to that, right, today?
Yeah, 3 hours. They got it right around 12:45 this afternoon, so would have had to work through a lunchtime. We didn't get clarity from the courthouse if they stopped to have a full lunch and get back at it, maybe a half hour in there. Unclear if they just kind of worked through and ate lunch at the courthouse and kind of got going on their work. But 3 hours, 2 counts, there was this sort of gray area that this was a matter of almost like a family, an internal family issue. The dad had passed away. There was issues about the estate. There was difficult relationships on both sides, the biological side of Nicole Mitchell and the late father, the stepmom side of the family. So we weren't sure where it was going to go, that there was this gray area. Was what she did criminal? The defense had acknowledged that, yes, it was a trespassing violation. That's how they said it in the opening statements, that they would accept if the government had charged trespass. Yeah, she was guilty of trespass, but burglary, no way. This is a sitting state senator, a commander in the Wisconsin National Guard for decades of experience in the military. She wouldn't have risked it all to steal a flannel shirt and a couple of photographs she had been promised. But clearly, in the end, this jury, 12 residents of Becker County, 200 plus miles up north, Detroit Lakes, they felt otherwise. They called what she did criminal. They called it burglary. They found her guilty, and she will be sentenced in a few weeks' time.
And Paul, real quick, you said about 6 weeks till that sentencing. Between now and then, does she go home? Did the judge release her, or what's the situation?
I got to be honest, that is my understanding. The camera feed cut out. We don't necessarily get updates from the court room in the moment, but that certainly is my understanding. No criminal record, certainly a trustworthy individual to come back and make the court appearance. But I do want to mention one thing about the politics of this. Erin Murphy, Senate DFL leader, remember, Nicole Mitchell cast the one deciding vote. It's a one-seat majority for the state Senate. She has said behind closed doors, Mitchell said that if she were found guilty, she would resign. She's been found guilty. We're waiting for a statement on the politics side. So not only is she facing the potential prison time, it's likely the end of her Senate career.
The people in charge are not better than you. They are not more righteous. They just wear better suits and get better lawyers. And Nicole Mitchell, she's not a victim or a role model. She's a convicted felon, period. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.